You are witnessing a new world order, which has been spoken about for decades, all leading many sources to 2026. Don't shoot the messenger, but if you want to understand exactly what's happening here, this is the video for you. Because I've been studying this since 2011, and all sources are leading to the same exact time. And especially what's happening in the earth right now with America, Greenland, Mexico, Venezuela, Cuba, Iran, shut up, and maybe the not so random civil unrest. And if you didn't catch the president's talk today, I've warned of that for almost a year. But first, let's talk about the military movement. We'll get back to the first time doomsday plane in 50 years and also the C5 Galaxy. On top of threatening Mexico with land strikes that will happen, on top of the Venezuelan situation, we also have Iran being overthrown. But what you may not know is right when they cut all the internet, that's when the shots started to ring out. And now we have a Globemaster being sent over to the Middle East from Europe, as well as the doomsday plane that just touched down for the first time in 50 years. Which his first stop was in Los Angeles. Now we have the C5M, meant for moving a whole lot of troops, maybe some tanks and other heavy-duty stuff. We'll come right back to this because we also have people stepping up saying people should take things with them to these protests. Things, you get it? And whether high-up military insiders or was he a rapper, all talking about the year 2026, that they were told from higher-ups, 2026 is the year everything goes down. But did you hear what was said about Greenland today? We'll take it the easy way or we'll do it the hard way. And it looks like NATO is going to be pushing back at the United States over this.
I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
Do y'all see what's happening in the earth? They have you set up in two camps. Meanwhile, you completely overlook the entire world being overthrown. But he's not the biggest guy doing it. See, it doesn't matter who sits in this chair, it's the interest behind the chair, behind the Supreme Court. Now, almost a year ago, before the Venezuela stuff even got close to remotely happening, I showed you guys about this new deal with Chevron. Go back and check the timestamp of my old videos covering all of this stuff. I know this stuff because I researched this stuff, not because I watched somebody else say it. Chevron granted restricted U.S. license to operate in Venezuela, 2025, July 30th. Fast forward to now, he's meeting with the oil execs. Marco Rubio hands him a paper. It's about letting Chevron talk.
Very well, Marco just gave me a note. Go back to Chevron.
Are you understanding now what's happening? Now we have crazy civil unrest. It started with Venezuela, and now it's going to be Mexico and also the ICE. Half the politicians are saying to resist ICE and go against the federal government while doing hand signs, and political pundits are urging those on the other side to stand up against them as well. Here's the crazy part. I told y'all from the very first day it happened that she shouldn't have been there. Now it comes out that she was a lead organizer of these things and she had just moved there. These protests and these soon-to-be riots are coming worse and worse every single night. Here it was, I believe, the sheriff of Philadelphia telling everyone that they're not a real, ICE is not a real organization. I have since received more information on a letter from USPS warning their employees that even the long-standing employees said the last time this even happened was 2020, and it's specifically for civil unrest. The same thing I told you yesterday. There's a reason there are agents in every state in the country, and a lot of y'all know what that is. And we're not even at the start of this. Wait for part 2. This is getting very bad, and no, I'm not exaggerating. I was literally in bed. I had to get up to show you guys this stuff. We have rioters right now calling for the public unaliving of Kristi Noem and other public officials. Protesters being ran over, as well as 2 people who were just shot in Oregon. Meanwhile, we have tensions over the Venezuelan stuff, and now the president is talking about doing land strikes in Mexico. This is exactly why I was warning people not to leave their house. And it's not just Kristi Noem and ICE agents, it's also people on the street talking about any single person at all that voted for, you know, these kind of voters. When we started seeing the boarding up of businesses all over Minneapolis earlier, agents' cars on fire, and uprisings starting in a whole bunch of different states, anyone who knows what was coming.
We've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by water, and we are going to start now hitting land with regard to the cartels. The cartels are running Mexico.
Okay, so hear me out. The people are already going crazy as is. Already mad about Venezuela. What do you suppose is going to happen when these land strikes start happening on Mexico? Don't forget, we have agents in the thousands and tens of thousands in states all over America right now. Unrelated, who knows why that could be. Alright, so now we have the news in Florida talking about, again, what they said, a fog. We'll get over to the pink skies in 1 minute, as well as some completely unrelated weird radar stuff. We'll start this off first with this guy saying how this is just totally out the normal.
Alright, so it's crazy foggy right now. But that's not the weird part, okay? Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten and dissipate. And it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell.
Pretty wild, right? Before we get to Birmingham, I want to show you guys how the fog is showing up as rectangles and squares on the radar. Completely unrelated, just how cool is that? What could even cause that?
Like clear, quiet conditions until the fog rolls in. We've got some sea fog out there. We'll have some radiation fog forming over the land as well. So some radiation fog forming over the land as well. So
it's like we're living on a whole new earth full of things we have never seen before, right? Now I'm sure a whole bunch of people ran to the comments and were like, oh, it's the stadium lights, it's the stadium lights. And that is partially true. Patience is a virtue. When they upgraded the new lights to this new hue it can cause this, but nowhere near anything like this. This goes on for miles around Birmingham, and let me tell you exactly why. The fine particles in this very weird fog that's covering the entire Earth is refracting light everywhere, making this phenomenon probably 100 times what's ever been before. This fog is making strange things happen all over the place. It might just be the end of the world for real this time. The channel that made I Pet Goat 2 just came back with very cryptic messages. You know, the channel that made Doomsday and the Antichrist coming and all that stuff. And all he's ever posted was I Pet Goat 2 until now. He literally just now dropped a series of very short cryptic videos, and they have to do with the very end of this, so it seems. Nah, I've not said that since 2012 Mayan Doomsday. But let me show you how crazy this gets, because that same exact video recorded years ago called the strike on Iran shut up that just happened. And then right after that you had this guy doing some sort of Shiva's destruction dance, and then this Antichrist figure comes breaking through the ice, and then something crazy happens. We'll get to that in 1 second. So again, so you get this. In that video he showed all things that did happen, what would happen, and finally the Antichrist coming out of the ice. And then randomly today, of all days, he just dropped like 5 or 6 videos all showing an icebreaker. Like, are you serious? And his video ended with the Antichrist breaking out of the ice and sailing through the ice. Meanwhile, you have missiles flying around the air. Or we'll say an Antichrist type figure. So watch this pyramid. Right now we're seeing global expansion from country to country destroyed. What happened in World War II? World-renowned structures were blown up. Global expansion of US power, maybe other countries get mad. And then what? Maybe the Antichrist, and then war, and then these renowned structures destroyed.